It's In the Garden with Carol Ann Baldwin. Master gardener Carol Ann Baldwin joins us every Tuesday at this time. She's taking your calls on anything plant, grass, food, whatever you want to talk about. If it goes in the ground, she'll answer your questions about it. 622-9622 is the number to call. Carol Ann, good morning.
Good morning. Boy, it's sure looking good in here.
It's looking like a radio studio, isn't it?
It is. Each time I come in, it's got
Although I
little
think I think we're like the home team for the Jaguars with this color combination on the back wall. And me being a Falcons fan, that don't set well with me. Don't say it. Don't say it. Although I'm a Tebow and Urban Meyer fan, so you know. So how's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty well.
Got to be busy these days.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, it's luckily easing off some. Do we have the phone ring?
Oh, it doesn't look like it, but it says it is.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, but I don't see the phone ringing. Maybe if I go. No.
Nope.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, they hung up. Maybe it was an alarm.
No, it was Skype ringing. I just don't have the answers up here.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay. Good morning, caller. You're on with Carol Ann Baldwin.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
I actually had an issue with my habanero plants. They keep seeming to getting like ants crawling all over them. And I wasn't sure if there was something I could do to kind of mitigate that.
There's probably aphids. Are they like the big bull ants, or just regular?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay, it could be.
I'm not sure which ants they are.
Right. I would take a look for aphids on them, and you could use something like a safer soap on those, being right now they're producing. You could also take and use, like, say, one of the baited type thing. The only one I'm thinking of off the top of my head for outdoors would either be that comes like in a little what is it, like? It's like a stake. It's the taro ones that you could just poke it in the ground, in the dirt, and they would go to that as a bait that they would then go off instead of trying to put a poison around them. To do that, this would be a controlled bait. Otherwise, are your peppers in pots or in the ground?
No, they're in pots.
Okay. Well, you could use something like an Amdro near them, for the ants. And like I would probably spray the plants with like a safer soap kind of thing, early morning or evening time, just because I don't like to spray during the hot of the day.
Okay, you said safer soap. Could you spell that for me?
SAFER, or horticultural soap.
Safer soap.
Safer soap, right. Yeah, horticultural
okay, awesome.
soap.
Well, thank you much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, that's an easy, less harmful type thing.
What if they're fire ants? Isn't that how they get their heat?
No, they get the heat because it's going to be 90 next week.
And can I just ask you?
Yeah.
How has this cold snap, and that's what this has been.
It's been a cold front. Yes, it was.
In the high 50s, low 60s at night.
It's been gorgeous.
In the high 70s, low 80s in the daytime. In the middle of May, how's that affected grass growth and stuff like that?
And dry. And dry as a bone.
So the Bermuda can't be happy.
Probably not unless it's in an irrigated lawn.
My St. Augustine's loving it.
Oh, yeah, the little bit cooler. I'm sure everybody, the St. Augustine's loving it.
But the Bermuda can't be loving it.
And I don't think the Bahaya's real crazy about this either, mostly because of the dry. But,
and I know this because my golf course hadn't greened up.
Yeah. Well, until it starts to rain, none of them really.
Where is the rain, Carol Ann?
Right now,
what's the almanac say?
I don't have one. I was watching the weather this morning, and we've got like this, I think it's a high pressure across the state, and it's keeping all the storms that are in the Midwest north and away from us. So we can't get them, and with it being cooler, you're not getting that clash of the both coasts.
All right, so I'm going to have to talk to Galen Unal then, because he's of Native American descent. We'll have to talk to him, see if we can't get some dance going.
Hey, we'll get it. We'll get the whole thing going. Come on,
get a dance going.
The last time,
call the Seminole Indian Nation, see if they can help us out.
Find out. Yeah, you'd think they'd be wanting the rain too.
You would think.
You got to water the gardens.
And you got all those plants and everything they got at all the casinos. You think they want to keep
got it. Of course.
I see more and more people. People plant cucumbers. We got cucumbers growing up the fence, by the way.
Right.
the vine is almost up to the top of the
Nice.
6 foot. It's ridiculous how
Getting
they're growing.
cucumbers yet?
No, but the yellow flowers are
Getting
starting
the
to fall
flowers.
off.
Okay.
And once the yellow flowers go away, then the cucumbers will show up. Is that
Well,
right?
you should just like a squash. You should actually be able to
I'm
see
seeing
the baby,
little bitty
baby
things.
cucumber.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're starting to show.
Good.
But I had never seen so many people growing peppers till recently. Last couple of years, my roommate had 4 or 5 potted plants.
Right.
Do people grow peppers? I know they grow them to eat them. I understand that.
Right.
But they grow them because they're just easy to grow.
No, because they're expensive.
Oh, they are expensive.
They have a tendency to be pricey, and if
In
you're
the
looking
grocery
for-
store,
in the
they're really
grocery store,
pricey.
They're pricey. The people are growing them because of the different flavors you can find.
Mm-hmm.
They like to cook with them. Even your simple, basic bell pepper has a tendency to be pricey on most,
Which
good
is
time
why
of the
we
year.
have 3 bell pepper plants
Right.
growing right now because
right.
a bell pepper is $1.89 for one.
Right. And you want stuffed peppers, you need 4 to 6 of them.
Or if you're going to cook sauce, you need to
you
need to
need-
chop up 3 or 4 to fry with the onions before you put the meat in there and everything.
It's not that you and they're very high in vitamin C plus some other vitamins. They're great. They're very healthy. Have them with dip or cream cheese, something like that as a snack. It's healthy.
It's all
There's
about
all kinds of different ones too. The different hot peppers that
There's
you may
t-
not
there's a
you may
ton.
not find in the markets, and a lot of people like to make their own hot sauces and salsas. So again, when you're going to make salsa, you're talking about a couple pounds of jalapeno.
yeah. My fiance
Yeah.
doesn't care for the spice a whole lot.
No, you gotta have some spice.
I gotta have heat. I
Gotta have the heat.
I
Gotta have the heat.
Although if you're cooking with peppers, if you put them in some olive oil and you do it for flavor, you actually cook the heat out of them.
Right. Right. It's
If you either get the heat or you get the flavor.
That flavor.
Right.
Right. That's why I don't like the super hot peppers, but I do like. I
like habanero.
I like habanero. I like the jalapeno. I like the jalapeno sauces.
Yep.
Hot pepper jellies
Yep.
are fantastic. That kind of stuff. But when people get into these
Ghost
ghost
peppers,
peppers,
yeah.
no, you can't taste
Anything you have to sign a waiver for, I'm staying away from.
You can't taste.
Your taste buds get burnt. They don't taste.
So
They get
it's-
burnt.
Right. It doesn't add flavor. It just adds heat.
Anything that you have to drink milk and ice cream to make your mouth stop hurting.
Right. Have it. Yeah. Eat a loaf of bread with it. Kind of. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Because by the way, you think it goes in bad?
Oh, wait till later in the day. Yeah.
Wait till later today. You'll wish you had more milk.
Yep.
Just telling you. But this weather, though, this cold snap, and that's what it is for Florida.
It is. Yeah.
Is it affecting? Does it have an effect on anything that should be growing now that needs heat, or is it still warm enough in the daytime
it's still
it doesn't
warm
matter
enough. It's still warm enough. We're not dropping down into the 40s.
Because we're supposed to be in the
and things.
90s.
Yeah, which I guess we will
And
be
the
by
70s.
the end of the week or first of next week.
It's supposed to be 73, 74 at night, and the 90s
88,
in the day.
90
Yeah.
during the day. And
It was 56 degrees on Saturday morning.
I was off the weekend.
You loved it.
Oh, I loved it. I'm sitting. I got the front door up and didn't even have to open the windows because I have a shaded lot. So, I'm sitting there. I'm doing this and that in and out of the house and stuff, and front door's wide open, and I hear the AC kick on. I went, wait a minute. I don't need that. Flip that thing off.
was
And
your-
I had to remind myself to turn it on when I went to bed. That
I heard it. I heard the AC kick on. I had the windows all open on the
Yeah.
weekend because my fiance had went out of town to visit her parents. So I opened all the windows, and she's probably cussing the radio right now because I'm not the usually. But she's like, "Oh, it's beautiful. Let's open the windows." I'm like, "Forget it. It's hot."
I have an AC. Yeah.
But it was 56 degrees.
Oh, so
So
yes.
Saturday night you could sleep. Friday night you
Mm-hmm.
sleep good. So I opened all the windows, and I heard the air kick on.
Oh, what?
And I went, what? Then I realized it was the air conditioner at my neighbor's house, which is right
Oh.
outside my bedroom window. It's about 30
Yeah,
feet from my
right,
bedroom
right.
window. So when it kicked on, I thought it
You
was ours.
heard it, yeah.
Because ours is on the other end of the house. There's no way I could have heard ours.
But you heard an AC.
But I heard an AC kick. I thought I shut that up. And, oh, yeah, it's my next door
It's
neighbor.
next door. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
He
Go
also
ahead.
has a generator
Oh,
that every day comes on for about 30 seconds or 45 seconds as the test run every day.
every day.
I think it sounds. Look, I hear it almost every day, I think.
Wow.
About 2 in the afternoon, comes on for about 30, 45 seconds. And I don't know if it's every day, but, they test themselves.
Right, they do.
And I
Yeah.
hear it all the time, so
Right,
maybe I
so
just think it's every day.
It just seems like it. Just seems like it.
Is it okay with these cucumbers the way they're running on the fence just to let them go?
Yeah, let them do their thing.
Just
Yeah,
let them go.
they're supported. They're up off the ground. You'll be able to pick easier. You're not having to worry about getting down and lifting them up, or bug problems are a lot less. Bees can get to them better to pollinate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm not seeing any holes in the leaves or
Good,
anything, so
good.
nobody's eating anything.
So nobody, and that's the one fantastic thing about a new garden or a new garden plot. The insects haven't found you yet.
Well, somebody said, the lady walking by the other day, she goes, that's a very nice cucumber vine you got running there, but the rabbits are going to get it. And I thought, I got 4 dogs.
Yeah, you got
The rabbits and squirrels ain't coming nowhere near
They're
these
not,
cucumbers.
yeah. Exactly.
Because as soon as Milo, one of my dogs, as soon as Milo sees anything that resembles something that he should catch,
or he could catch,
he takes off in the backyard.
right.
The squirrels mess with him because the squirrels, there's no chance he's got to catch a squirrel.
It'll be an oddity, but
Yeah,
maybe
there's no
one
chance.
day he'll come.
And my cat laughs at him because she gets a squirrel about once every other week. And then she laughs at him like,
yeah,
you're not
can't do
me,
that.
pal.
Yeah, you can't do this. Yeah.
But so the cucumbers, just let them run on that fence.
Let them do their thing.
It's like
on
its
the
own
fence.
trellis.
Exactly. That's why we like to plant. Plant on a fence. You got chain link fence. You've got good air circulation. The sunshine can come.
Could you do
through.
beans the same way?
Yes, you could.
Just be
But
a
then
4-foot trellis instead of a
Right.
6 or 8-foot trellis
Right,
for
and
beans.
they'll just run on it. Yeah. They just
Wow.
run. Now I plant the bush beans, and that way I don't have to worry about any trellises. They get about 2 feet high, and I have to
And
bend
then you
over
just
a
go.
little bit.
I just had back surgery.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're
Bending's
not
not
bending. It's
good.
not
Yeah,
good.
bending's
No,
not good.
bending's not good.
Are we in fertilization time, or has that passed already and we've
your
missed
last,
the window?
Your last fertilization for the lawn and basically the whole landscape is, we're coming into that window because what is today?
But don't we need more moisture to come in that window?
Well, we're the 18th of May. Sometime between now and the end of June. Not really, because you don't want it to wash away. So you want to control the water on that. So if you get it down now, sometime now by like that first week of June, because the rainy season usually starts
Hurricane season.
within that first week of June. So if you put your fertilization down now, irrigating as per the packaging, because you don't want to put it down when we're going to have a rain event anyway, because you might fertilize your neighbor's yard or Rainbow Springs.
Certainly.
So, go ahead, find just a basic turf fertilizer for the lawn, or a Milorganite, ironite kind of thing.
But we're towards the end of the window for fertilization.
The last for the spring season is coming as like at this point.
Good morning, you're on with Carol Ann Baldwin in the garden.
Morning, guys.
Morning, Hugh.
Hey, I'm waiting for the cicadas to start singing their song. Am I wasting my time? Do they have them down here in Florida? I know up in the Midwest, they were a 17-year an occasion, and I was just wondering. I know the last time 17 years back was 2004, and I did live in Florida, but I can't remember if I heard them or not.
Yeah, we have them, and we have them. I think every year, just not a huge population of them. And I think on the East Coast, I want to say it's like a 13-year rotation, but it is more the Carolinas and Virginia that gets hit real bad with them. But I think right now, because we've been cool, if they have emerged, it's probably slowed them down. So probably next week, because I had lightning bugs for about 3 or 4 weeks. About 2 to 3 weeks back.
Then you had the hate bugs.
Yeah, the hate bugs are still around.
The hate bugs are still around. I don't know why the hell we call them love bugs. They ought to be called hate bugs. I'm changing the name. It's the hate bugs.
Well, but they come attached to one another in
Hate
a loving
bugs.
way. Yeah.
I hate that
You
too.
just hate bugs, yeah. But no, we do get the cicadas and the other crickets that you get to hear sing at night. Yes, we do.
Right. I guess they, from what I understand, they only live for, 3 weeks, and then they have, like, little ones, and then those things hibernate for, they say, up to 17 years. So it's kind of an interesting instinct. It's weird.
It is. It's like a locust. It's, I think in that same family that they come out, they emerge, they molt, they go about their thing.
They die, and they leave their kids
progeny,
to come back later.
Yeah, they leave their progeny behind, But yeah, for us they're not super devastating or anything like that to crops and all. But we do have them, and I want to say more than likely in another couple of weeks we'll start to hear them.
Yeah. Have you ever seen one? Do you know how big they get?
They're a good 2.5 inches, 2 inches.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's pretty good size. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is.
and I mean you'll find that little brown crusty shell sometimes attached to trees or furniture or your deck post and things like that. That's just they had emerged from from there and taken off and done their thing. You'll also sometimes find a very large yellow and black wasp or hornet type thing. You don't need to kill them. You're only going to find like one at a time, and they're actually called cicada killers.
Oh.
And they
Oh my
catch
God.
the cicadas. They catch the cicadas, sting the cicada. Yeah, I can
Cicadas.
say cicada 3 times fast.
Cicada, cicada, cicada.
Oh, shush. And they'll take it. They'll lay their eggs. They'll lay their eggs in
Yeah,
them,
they'll-
and then go about their business. So
Yeah. Saying cicada 3 times real fast like Tom did almost sounds like a sick Harley.
there you go.
Hey, thanks for the call, Hugh.
Okay, take care, you guys.
Yep, you're welcome. Yep.
What are because maybe I don't know what a cicada is. I know it's a grasshopper type of or
It's a-
cricket type thing.
It's like a locust.
I had, when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
my favorite bug to catch, and it grossed my sister out, but I thought
Was
it
the
was
little
cool.
doodle bugs?
No. I would get a grasshopper, or we call it
Oh.
grasshopper, about this big,
The green ones?
and it was black, green, and yellow.
Oh, the big leopard grass.
Yeah, they were big old things.
Yeah, saddles.
And I would love to catch those things. And then I would put them in jars, poke the holes in them with the grass and everything,
Oh, no.
and then 2 days later they'd be dead.
They probably weren't because I actually stuck one in a freezer for a week,
And pulled it out,
pulled
and
it
it came
out,
back.
and it warmed up. Yeah, it came back.
But
Like, okay, they can't be
what
frozen.
what are those? Are they damaging to floral and to gardens
the
and stuff?
cicada, the
no,
cica-
the
oh,
ones I'm talking about.
the leopards. Oh yeah, they're devastating.
Are they?
They're devastating. They come
'Cause
up
they're
out
so
of the
beautiful.
ground.
They look beautiful.
They are very colorful, and all those colors also warn the predators that I don't taste very good.
Oh, so they're
And
not
so
good for
much-
predators to eat.
Not much eats them, which makes it worse. And the small ones, when they come up out of the ground, they're black with a couple little either yellow or orange or red stripes
Right.
across them, and that's the best time to try to kill them. Whether not manually with your hands, you got your gloves on. You
So
go
as a
out
kid, I
early
was doing
morning
a disservice by
by
catching them.
playing. Yeah, well, no, you were doing a service by killing them. That's But,
Well,
yeah.
they just always looked.
But
they
when
always
when
were
they
cool
get
looking
that,
to me.
when they get really big like
Yeah.
that, they are. Any insecticide you try to put out for them really isn't going to work on them.
And they can jump a fantastic distance.
and if you try to stomp on one, they will throw you back the other way.
Oh yeah,
they're big enough.
They will
to-
flip you.
Yeah, they'll flip you back over. Yeah, if you don't get them cut in half, that's.
They will flip you, but they're beautiful animals.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're-
beautiful insects.
yeah.
But they do a lot of damage.
They do. They're voracious eaters. But again, everything has their place. But most of the time we don't want them destroying our gardens.
If you had to pick one bug that was good for your garden, would the ladybug be it?
Oh yeah. Ladybugs.
She's good for your luck, and she's good for your
She's
karma.
and she's right. She's the larvae, the immature, are voracious pet predators. Even she's a very good predator. They come, they visit, they that
you just
they,
don't think of a ladybug as a predator.
Oh, I know. Well, you get the best one. My favorite ladybug is the twice stabbed. It's the black ladybug with,
the two red dots. on
two
the back.
dots. Yeah, the twice stabbed
Yeah.
ladybug. It's like that's just got a cool name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
twice stabbed.
Twice stabbed. Yeah. Praying mantis are great as well, and so are dragonflies. Neither of which, and I love dragonflies. I mean, I have one.
Look,
goes with me all
they
the time on
they
my
munch
shoulder.
on mosquitoes. I want
They
my whole
eat-
yard with dragonflies.
They eat anything they want.
Yeah, they're literally
They're-
a garbage can of the
right.
insect world.
But they will also prey upon your caterpillars when you're trying to do butterflies and things like that.
They'll
Same
eat
with praying
anything.
mantis, yeah.
Praying mantis will tear
Praying mantis
caterpillar
are-
up.
I watched a praying mantis do that one to unlike my tomato plant, and I was like, "Go, praying mantis, yes!"
You ever
Watch it.
seen-
And he's just sitting there, and he's got it with both of the little hands, the little what do you call T-Rex arms.
Yeah.
Little T-Rex arms, and he's just
Yep. Chewing
It's
on.
like, wow, he's just consuming a sub right there.
I took a climate class in college because I got a degree in social science education, which means that's a grandfalutin way of saying I can teach,
Social
everything
studies.
from psychology, social studies, economics, history,
Okay.
climate. I can teach
Right.
it all, but I really can't. But they said I could.
Right.
But I took a climate class because I had to cover my
this
degree.
Right.
And one of the things that we watched a praying mantis. We went to a insect camp
like
thing.
a lab, yeah.
Yeah, and we watched a praying mantis mate,
Oh,
and then we watched how she deals with it after
Yeah.
she mates.
yeah, she takes his head off.
That's something you want to watch because that'll make a man go, yes, ma'am, whatever you say,
Yeah,
ma'am, sure.
it should make him go, yeah, I don't want anything to do with, yeah.
If the human female was like the praying mantis
Or
female,
how about the Black Widow? Yeah,
we would every man in the world would be in lockstep with women.
that's true.
Yeah, hey,
Yes,
mate with him,
baby,
not with me.
yeah,
Not-
yeah, honey, that's all good.
But praying mantis are very good for
They
your
are.
your garden.
They are, and a lot of times you can mail order for praying mantis eggs, and you can also mail order for ladybug larvae or live ladybugs. Just remember that when follow directions when you're releasing them, because you want them to stay.
You don't want them to leave your area.
Ladybugs will fly away if they have nothing to eat.
Yeah, make sure they have a plethora of things to eat.
Make sure that you actually have a problem, because if you mail order for these things, they're going to be on your doorstep in a day.
Yes.
They have to be. So it's not like you can go, I'll order them this week because last year I had aphids in middle of June.
Yeah, they will
No.
die before you get there.
They'll leave. So long as you have an issue going on, you can get them introduced, realizing they are not going to be a permanent resident. But you can encourage and keep beneficial, they fall into that beneficial insect class by not using pesticides just willy-nilly. If you do find you need to use pesticides for certain things in order to get a control down, proper timing, proper, not when there's bloom, not spraying bloom, things like that, to where you are not harming those good guys.
Because of the cold snap, back to the cold snap, which we're in, whether people realize it or not, this is not normal for Florida now.
Not for mid-May.
For our area of Florida.
Right.
Now,
it's usually very nice still in May, even if it's 90.
Right, but you can go to the Panhandle,
It's quite
up
chilly
around
up there.
Callahan, up in North Florida. This is the weather they experience. What we're experiencing now is what they're used to during this time.
Right.
We're not. We're supposed to be in the high 80s to low 90s and low 70s at night.
Right.
Are the insect populations slowing down, or have they changed because of the weather?
Not real. Maybe a few fewer mosquitoes, but part of that's because we're dry.
Yeah.
We've got a great breeze blowing, so it makes it a lot easier to be outside because the mosquitoes are not finding you as easily. But
It does make sense.
I think most
Mother's
of it,
Day this year was great at Symphony Under the Stars.
Oh, right.
Because the mosquito population was very light.
Right.
So we had one cintronella candle burning, and it worked fantastic.
Yeah.
And they usually, work at about a 3-foot radius. But
Right,
because there was
but-
very few
but they-
mosquitoes,
So it
worked
well.
perfectly.
Yeah.
it is In the Garden with Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. She'll be back taking your calls after this short timeout on WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
The Israeli military hit Gaza